Hi yogi friends, and welcome to our yoga flow today. We're going to be focusing mainly on hip openers, and we're going to be doing some split stretches. So just take your time, do what you can. Don't worry about reaching the end goal. It's all about just making progress with each move. You'll need a couple blocks today. If you don't have blocks, feel free to use books or anything that you can find for some support. I want to say go to Walmart, but don't go to Walmart yet. But yeah, just find anything you could use around the house that kind of resembles a block where you can hold on for some sturdy support. So we're going to get started with 3 sun salutations for our warm-up. We'll start at the top of our mat. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Standing up nice and tall, take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Coming into your forward fold, release the neck and shoulders. You can bend the knees here. Inhale, lift up halfway, find a flat back, keep the fingertips on the mat. And exhale, fold. It's just our first one and we're warming up, so let's take it nice and slow. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold, release the neck. Let's do one more. Deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, and take the right leg back into runner's lunge. Left leg between the hands. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Drop the hands and take that left leg back into plank pose. Let's take 3 breaths here in our nice, strong, solid plank. Core engaged. Hips not too high or too low, shoulders over the wrists. And take another breath. Feel your core. Let's drop our knees for this first one, our Chaturanga Yoga push-up. Shoulders all the way forward, hug the elbows in, press yourself back up. And then lower all the way down, chin and chest to the floor. Untuck the hips, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest for Cobra. Keep a little bend in the elbows, widen the collarbones. Let's go into downward facing dog. Find your tabletop, untuck the toes, and lift the hips up and back. The heels don't have to touch the floor. Try to keep your hands where they are and adjust your feet if you need to. We want to feel all the weight in the back of the legs, feel it in those hamstrings. The hips keep reaching up and back. Up and back. Looking up towards your belly button. Let's take 3 more breaths. Deep breaths in and out of the nose. We could find some movement here for this first one. You could shake your head no or shake your head yes. You can bend the knees, kind of walking it out, or swaying the hips, looking side to side, whatever feels good. Take another deep breath. Look forward between the hands, bend the knees. Step that left leg up to the top of the mat. Step the right leg up to the top of the mat. Stay low. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. And then let's round up to standing. Take a deep breath in. Reach the arms up when you get there. Connect the palms and exhale. Hands in front of the heart. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, folding forward, linking the movement with the breath. Let's move a little bit faster this time. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale, lift up halfway, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, and let's take the left leg back this time. Runner's lunge. Right leg between the hands. Keep those thighs nice and active, squeezing in towards each other. Plant the hands, take that right leg back, plank pose. This is our vinyasa flow here. When we find our plank, shoulders all the way forward. You can drop your knees if you want to. Hug those elbows in, and you can either lower down nice and slow to find your cobra, or feel free to strengthen those shoulders by lowering about halfway, pressing yourself back up, and then bring the heart through and tucking the toes for a cobra. You could also lift up the thighs for upward facing dog. And we'll take it into downward facing. Should feel like a V or a triangle. You can come up higher onto the toes, you can bend the knees, but keep those hips pressing up and back. Feel all the weight in the back of the legs. You shouldn't feel any weight on your wrist. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And again, feel free to play. You could find some movement, shake things out, or stay in stillness, your choice. Looking up at the belly button or between the thighs, keep pushing away from you. 1 more breath. It's considered a rest pose, believe it or not. On your next inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Step walker, jump up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, and round up to standing. Inhale, reach those arms up. Bringing energy up, connect the palms, and bring all the energy down your center, front of the heart. 1 more round. Big toes together, heel slightly apart. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, take it right into plank pose. Find your strong, solid plank. Vinyasa flow, ready? Deep breath in, shoulders all the way forward. Chaturanga. Into cobra, or up dog. Back into downward facing dog. And by now you should feel a little bit warmer. You should feel your major muscle groups warming up. Maybe you're even sweating already. Sun salutations are a great flow or warm up on its own. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here in our downward facing dog. On your next inhale, look forward, bend the knees, step walker, jump up to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold, and round up to standing. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, hands in front of the heart. Find mountain pose, taking the arms out to the side, palms open, and just close your eyes for a moment. Notice how you feel. Noticing your heart rate, noticing how you feel inside, mentally, physically, emotionally. Maybe you're sweating, you could feel the clothes on your skin. Just taking a moment to reflect on what we feel right now. Be very present. Take 1 more breath in gratitude. And blink your eyes open. Let's keep on going. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Kind of starts off like a sun salutation, but we'll keep adding to it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take it into plank pose. You can always jump up and back to increase the intensity. Vinyasa flow here. Take your time. Find whichever variation works for you. It's not a contest. There's no need to compare. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. From here, plant the left toes, lift the right toes up. You can point the toes and just lift up the leg as high as you can. Bend the knee and look over your left shoulder. See if you can see your right toes. Keep reaching those toes out to the side. Bring the knee in towards your chest and step it all the way to the top of the mat and lower down that back knee. Untuck the back toes. Find the proper alignment for your low lunge. Make sure that the knee stays directly above the ankle. And come up and when you're ready, take a deep breath and then lift your hands up. Reach the arms up for that low lunge, pressing the top of the back foot into the floor. Really sink into that front hip here. Keep looking up, reaching up. If you want to add a back bend here, you can also reach your arms back. And start to open up the chest, open up the throat, looking up, bending back. Let's take 2 more breaths wherever you are. drop the hands. Take both hands on the inside of the foot and walk the leg out towards the right a little bit to give yourself some room here. We're going to go into lizard pose. Couple options. You could keep the back knee down and just lower down onto your forearms. You could also lower down onto 2 blocks. If you want to find a deeper sensation in your right hip, then you could untuck the back toes and lift up the back knee, and then go down onto your forearms. Wherever you are is perfect. Work with what you have and breathe. Feel it in that right hip. We're going to take 3 more quality breaths, making each exhale slower and deeper than the last, taking your time. Splits don't happen overnight, it takes work. So it all depends on how committed you are towards your goals. Take 1 more breath. And drop the back knee if you had it up. Come back onto your hands. We're going to untuck the back toe. Reach back with your right hand. Bend that back knee and see if you could grab onto the heel. And take your time here. Be very gentle with yourself. The closer that the heel is to your butt, the tighter or the more intense you'll feel the stretch. And you can also use a strap here if you can't quite get to your foot. Let's take 1 more breath. And release. Okay, coming into a half split, start to straighten that front leg. And I'm going to bring the blocks here to show you how you can use that. So in your half split, you can also use the blocks on either side of the leg. And just try to establish a stomach to thigh connection. And then worry about your forehead one day reaching your knee. It doesn't even have to. Let's hold our half split here. For a minimum of 3 to 5 breaths. Of course, the longer the better. Getting that stomach to thigh connection. Use different levels on the blocks depending on where you're at. And we're going to flow from this half split into that lunge. So lunge into half split. You don't have to straighten the leg all the way. Just keep that stomach to thigh connection as much as you can. Let's do it just a couple more times. Keep breathing. Beautiful. And let's return our right leg into tabletop position. So we're on all fours. And let's get right into downward facing dog. Pressing the hips up and back. Other side, plant the right toes down. Lift the left leg up. Point the toe. Lift the left leg as high as you can. And when you're ready, bend the knee. And look over your right shoulder this time, looking for those left toes. Hug the knee in towards your chest, step it all the way to the top of the mat, and lower down, untuck the back toe, come up for a low lunge when you're ready. Really sink into that front hip, make sure the ankle's not going over the knee. Ooh, make sure the knee isn't going over the ankle. And you can reach up, look up, or you can reach back, adding that back bend, whatever feels right. Keep breathing. 1 more breath here. And drop the hands. Both hands on the inside of the leg. Walk that left leg out towards the left a little bit. And find your lizard variation. So remember, you can keep the back knee down and lower down onto your forearms. You could lower down onto your blocks or books. Or if you want to find the fullest expression of your lizard pose, then lift up the back leg and come down onto your forearms. So find your lizard variation, whisper something loving to your left hip, and just notice the difference here between one side and the other. We usually have a side that's a little tighter, that's okay. Just breathe. Take 2 more quality breaths. And the longer you stay here, the better. I would love to do an hour video, but I'm going to try to keep it within 40, 45 minutes. Let's just do 1 more breath. Beautiful. Lower that back knee. Come on up. Bring that leg back inside of the hands. We're finding our half split. So straightening that front leg, trying to establish that stomach to thigh connection. You feel it all along the back of the leg. But the easier that your half split feels, the easier that your split will one day feel. So just working on this is enough. You're making that progress. Visualize your forehead coming to your knee, but worry more about that stomach to thigh connection. Let's stay here just a couple more breaths. Remember, you could also come up higher if you need to with the blocks. Wherever you are is perfect. Just be happy that you're here, alive, breathing, having all of our limbs, all of our senses. Now we'll flow from our low lunge into our half split. Just a few times. Half split to low lunge. Notice how I'm keeping that stomach to thigh connection as much as I can. Let's do 1 more time. Good. And take that left leg back into tabletop, and let's find child's pose. Knees nice and wide, big toes touch. And just sit back onto your heels, reach those fingertips forward, and drop your forehead to the mat. Just take a little break here. Reconnecting with your breath, reconnecting with your energy. Staying present in the here and now. Appreciating this breath, this thought, this body. Take 1 more breath. And come back into tabletop. It's split time. Let's take our right leg forward. Feel free to use your blocks here. And take that right leg into your half split. And just keep sliding it forward. You could slide the back leg further back. Make sure that you try to square off your hips as much as possible here. Finding your right side split as much as you can. So wherever you are is perfect, even if you're all the way up here. Feel what you feel. Don't worry about where you want to be, what you think you should look like. Just feel what you feel. Hold it there with the blocks. At least 3 to 5 breaths. Let's do 2 more. Woo. Beautiful. And switch to the other side. Left leg in front. You can either slide it forward or slide the back knee back. Make sure your hips are nice and squared. And find your left split. I'm flexing my left foot here. So remember, even if you're up higher, just feel what you feel. Don't give up. Don't give in. Practice is progress. Progress and practice makes perfect. 2 more breaths. More if you can. So you can get a little deeper. And release. Go ahead and bring the legs in front of you. Straight in front of you for a seated forward fold. Sitting up nice and tall. Flex the feet. Take a deep breath in. Reach up. And then reach for your toes. Reaching past the toes. Reaching way in front of you. You could drop the hands down onto the mat and inch your fingertips farther forward. Laying our stomach over our thigh. Think of your forehead one day reaching your shins. And relax the back of the neck. Breathe. Keep inching your fingers farther forward. And relax. Come back to center. Let's find a wide-legged forward fold. So take the legs as wide as comfortable for you. Find that length in the spine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, walk the fingertips farther forward, wherever you can here. Maybe your goal is just to drop down onto the forearms. If you're already there, keep walking those fingertips farther forward. One day being able to lay your chest and your stomach onto the floor. But really we just want to feel it in our thighs, our hamstrings. Breathe. Hold it here. I hope that everyone is staying sane and happy during these times. You're never truly alone. Reach a little bit farther forward. Let's take 2 more quality breaths here. I'm going to find my fullest expression. Find yours. Let's hold it together. One last deep breath in. Deep breath out. And take it back to center. Go ahead and lie down. Lie down, keep the knees bent. And just take a moment here. And breathe. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a nice big hug and squeeze here, forehead to knee. You can roll a little side to side if that feels good. And then straighten both of the legs out. We're not in our resting Shavasana just yet. But just lie here for a moment, and when it feels right, hug just the right knee in towards your chest. Hug it in, close towards your chest, and then over towards your right shoulder. Keeping that left leg flexed on the floor. Taking a little breather here. Find happy baby pose. Right hand on the inside of that right leg. Grab the pinky toe edge of your foot, just like how we would in a regular happy baby pose, but we're only doing one side at a time here. So grabbing onto that right pinky toe edge of my foot, I'm opening out to the side and bending my elbow to bring the knee in towards the mat. So we're going out and down. Half happy baby pose here. Flex the feet. Breathe into that right hip. Hold it here. Try to get a little deeper. Opening more to the side. Bending that knee in towards the mat. Take one more breath. And gently release, hug both knees back in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, squeeze into a beautiful ball. Hold all your glory, you're so amazing. And let the legs straighten out. Hug the left knee in towards your chest this time, just the left knee, flexing the right leg here. So hug the left knee in towards your chest and over towards your left shoulder this time. Feel the knee against your ribs or your stomach, wherever you feel it. And find that half happy baby pose on the side. So left hand reaches for your left toes. The hand is on the inside of the leg. Flexing both the feet here, taking my left leg out towards the side and bending the knee in towards the mat. Half happy baby. Breathe and smile. That's the work. Breathe and smile. Yoga allows us to tune the outside world out so that we can focus on creating happiness and joy in our inner world. Finding that inner peace so we can carry on happier in our world. Reality is a little crazy right now, so it feels good to just be on this bubble of our yoga mat in our minds. Take one more breath. And release. Hug both knees in towards your chest one more time. We'll find full happy baby pose. Woo. Both hands on the pinky toe edge of the feet. Open the legs out here. You can waddle side to side. It feels so good. Let's take 2 more breaths. Flex those feet. Keep them nice and wide, wider than the shoulders. And release. Find a well-deserved hug here. And find your Shavasana corpse pose. Laying the legs out, arms down by your side, palms up to receive. Relaxing the shoulders, gluing the lower back down to the floor. Relaxing the hips, the knees, the toes. Letting the fingers curl in naturally. Relaxing your forehead, your eyelids, unclenching the teeth. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Sigh it out, releasing any tension that's left. Well, the hard work is over. Hardest parts. Now it's just time to be still and listen. And feel gratitude. With these next 5 breaths, think or say out loud 5 things that you're grateful for right now, regardless of what's going on in the world, in your life. Name 5 things that you are thankful for. 5 things that bring you peace and happiness. Again, making each exhale slower and deeper than the last. Keeping the eyes closed. You are safe. You are healthy. You are amazing. Let's sigh it out one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Loud sigh out the mouth. Sinking into the support of the earth beneath us. Your entire life supported by the universe around you. Stay here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, circle the wrists and the ankles. Reach your arms overhead, get a good stretch here. You can turn to whichever side feels right and press yourself off to seated position. Don't forget to take a quick moment to tune into how you feel compared to when you first started this video. Namaste, everyone. Thank you again for joining me. Try to practice this hips flow at least once or twice a week, especially if you want splits in your life, maybe a little more often. But any amount of time that you can dedicate to your health is very essential to your health and your sanity, especially in these times. So thank you again for joining me. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, everybody. Namaste.